Sawadee krap, I'm JP Mestanza, and it's Friday, June 28th. Please be aware that the Phuket News has been released, and we also have our Thai language sister paper, Gao Phuket. Both will be available starting today at locations across the island. You're watching Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. A bank worker from a local institution on the island is now recovering from injuries sustained in a crash that saw his pickup truck collide with the back of a 22-wheel truck and trailer on the bypass road earlier this morning.
The crash took place at about 5 a.m. this morning in front of the PTT petrol station on the bypass road. The driver of the pickup truck, 37-year-old Tonchai Rasan, was nearby the crash site when police and rescue workers arrived, as he sustained head and chest injuries from the impact with the steering wheel. He was taken to Vashira Phuket Hospital in Phuket Town, where he received medical treatment. The driver of the truck trailer, 56-year-old Ekachai Mekwanga, told authorities that his 22-wheeler was parked as he waited to head out. At about 5 a.m., he heard a loud noise and discovered the accident. Police are now questioning all involved and arranged for both vehicles to be removed from the scene. The investigation is ongoing. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
This coming Monday is July 1st, which will be the first day of the Phuket's government's new policy of banning all trucks with 10 wheels or more from being driven on any of the island's major roads during peak traffic rush hour in the morning and the afternoon.
The measure, which was announced by the Phuket Provincial Police earlier this month, is meant to ease traffic congestion on the island's roads, especially Phuket's main artery, Tepkasatri Road, from the Phuket International Airport all the way down Chao Phraya West and East Road towards the Chalong Circle, just before Wawai. Officials noted that nearly 40,000 vehicles are being driven at Phuket's roads between the airport and Phuket Town during the tourist high season of November to May, with about 10,000 vehicles during the low season from June to October. All trucks with 10 wheels or more will be banned from being driven on Phuket's major roads or even entering the island from Phang Nga Province between the hours of 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. and again from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. on weekdays. The ban will not be enforced on weekends and public holidays, according to the Phuket Deputy Police Chief, Police Colonel Pasakon Sontikun. He went on to say that any trucks that need to be on the roads during this time will be required to seek permission in advance from authorities, which will decide within 24 hours of receiving the request. For more, visit the link in the description.
An order has been made by the Phuket Governor Sopon Suwanarat for all provincial and local government agencies to be on 24-hour watch for possible flash floods during the monsoon season.
Reports say that the emphasis is on round-the-clock flood management and ensuring the safety of residents and tourists. Local disaster prevention officers and those from administrative organizations have been directed to ready their equipment, personnel, and machinery for immediate use 24/7. Officials are monitoring water levels in their respective municipalities to manage the potential flooding and minimize any impact. Coastal areas have been instructed to deploy officers to monitor and protect people and tourists, strictly prohibiting sea activities during rough weather conditions. The directive also extends to fishing and tour boats, which are advised to avoid sailing during thunderstorm warnings. Stay up to date at thephuket.news.com.
Just before you break a bone.
Don't miss Architect and Hotel X 27 to 30 June.
Changes could be coming to the core curriculum at Thai schools nationwide as the Ministry of Education looks to cut back on school hours and to promote non-class learning.
The Secretary General of the Office of the Basic Education Commission, OBEC, Tanu Wongkida, told reporters that they're looking to take a major step forward for the country's education with upcoming changes to the core curriculum of basic studies, which has been in use since 2008. They've requested from officials at the Education Ministry to approve the appointment of a panel to oversee the revisions in a bid to modernize Thailand's basic level education. Some of the changes include the possibility of shortening the study hours for different grade levels, citing research that says that Thai students endure some of the longest school hours in the world. Students in Patom 1 to 6 or grades 1 to 6 endure classes devoted to teaching compulsory and supplementary subjects as well as developmental activities for no less than 1,000 hours per academic year. Students in Matayom 1 to 3 or grades 7 to 9 have at least 1,200 hours per academic year, while students in Matayom 4 to 6 have classes that exceed 3,600 hours throughout the 3 years. Meanwhile, the Deputy Education Minister criticized the cut in the budget earmarked for the ministry's Learning Anywhere Anytime project, which mainly utilizes online learning platforms. The project targets Matayom 4 to 6 students. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
The success of the visa-free policy for Indian nationals coming to Thailand has prompted the Tourism Authority of Thailand, the TAT, to increase their target for the Indian market to 2.3 to 2.4 million arrivals this year.
The head of the southern chapter of the Thai Hotels Association, Suksit Suvundikul, stated that the Indian market is among the top 3 for Phuket this year due to the consistent flow of arrivals, and it's being fueled by the visa-free policy which began last November, and a rebound in the number of flights between the two countries, currently 80% of pre-pandemic levels. In addition, aviation officials in Thailand are looking to increase the number of seats on flights by 2,000 per week between both countries. Indian nationals currently enjoy up to 60 days visa-free in Thailand. TAT officials say that Indian tourists, on average, spend about 40,000 baht per trip in 2024, an increase from 38,000 baht per trip last year. 2019 was a record year for international arrivals to Thailand, as the country welcomed just slightly under 40 million tourists, and just over 1.9 million of those international arrivals were Indian nationals, which was a record high for that source market. Well, the TAT is now expecting about 2.3 to 2.4 million Indian arrivals to Thailand by the end of 2024, an increase from a target of just over 2 million, which would help Thailand meet the ambitious goal of attracting just over 36.7 million tourists. For more, visit thephuket.news.com.
Thanks for joining us here today on this Friday edition of Phuket Extra, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. We'll see you on Monday on July 1st. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000 and luxury properties can go all the way up to 20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.